Point Amour Lighthouse. How is it, Ava, going up the lighthouse? Yeah, what'd you see up there? Yeah, you saw us from the top? We saw you too. You see me wave at you?
Yeah.
Cool. So last night we camped at the lighthouse parking lot and we thought we were going to get in trouble.
We were waiting for a knock.
And we were waiting for a knock for sure. And there were a couple people that seemed like that they worked here that came by in the middle of the night while we were still up with lights inside and everything. But they pulled around, they parked, and then they went into the buildings, came back out, and just drove away. Didn't say a single thing. And this morning we went to the lighthouse. You know, the people that worked there were super nice. Didn't say anything about camping or us being there or anything.
Maybe they were scared of us.
Gypsies. But yeah, turned out to be a really great place to be. Perfect.
Really pretty sunset last night.
Great sunset. And apparently the sunrise was really awesome too, but we missed it. Angela saw it.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So now we're making our way over to Red Bay, which is 63 kilometers, just about 40 miles. So it's not very far. And Red Bay is the last of the paved road before we get through all the way around to Happy Valley Goose Bay. And Red Bay is also where you pick up the satellite phone, is what we found out from the people that work at the visitor center here. So the Trans-Labrador Highway is so desolate and remote. You actually can get a satellite phone. You can borrow a satellite phone from the Canadian government when you're driving through it. You pick it up on one end and you return on the other end. And if you have to use it for an emergency, you have a way of connecting. So we're going to pick one of these up at Red Bay, which is our next stop. It's also a National Historic Site, which will be cool to check out. And hopefully a reasonable enough place to kind of set up for a couple hours and make a meal. I guess by now it'll be lunch.
Yeah.
We didn't really eat breakfast.
We tried to get out early, but it's still left.
This is the best we can do. Okay. Well, too bad it's Sunday. We're hoping to find a place that we can eat at this town called Lanceau Loop. But it is not meant to be, so we just keep moving to Red Bay. Pretty sure this is the LTE tower we've been connecting to. What I'm wondering is, once we pass this going the other way, how much further will we have service before it just cuts out completely? So this way to Red Bay and this way to Cartwright. That's where we need to go ultimately, but let's go this way first. So I'm pretty sure the road would just end right here. And this is the National Historic Site. Yesterday, I switched over to my DSLR to make my vlog. And it turned out to be a horrendous workflow. It's just not sustainable. So I'm switching back to the phone, mostly. I may try that again later if I can figure out more ways around solving the problem. But for now, back to the phone.
Okay, this is a pass that you'll need to show when you go down to the other center.
Okay.
Because they'll know that you've registered
Okay,
here.
cool. Thank you.
And just to let you know as well, there's two buildings. In this center here, there is an half-an-hour movie that gives an introduction.
Okay.
Our largest artifact and a few panel streets. That's all we have here. But when you go back to the main road, you take a right, you go down the hill, and the second center is at the bottom of the hill. It's all inside as well.
Okay.
And there's a boat that leaves that center that go to Saddle Island, which is the larger island here in the harbor.
Okay.
The boat goes every hour on the hour, and that's an additional $2 per person.
Yeah, kids too. Everybody.
Yeah, everybody,
Okay.
$2 each.
Okay.
And if you'd like to do that, you buy your ticket here, or if you got the right change,
You can pay there.
you can pay down.
Okay. Cool.
Okay.
Thank you. You see that, Luca? Do you know what that is?
Yeah.
What is it?
A bone.
But what kind of bone is it? Do you know?
Yeah. A giant sand bone.
It's from a whale. It's from a whale. Good job. And your last letter is A. You know how to... No, it's not on this page. It's this one.
Daddy, down there, I see
This one.
Look, that's the mountain one. Look.
Yeah.
Look. That's the
Yeah.
house down there.
Yeah.
Walkway.
Good job. You wrote your name. Remember it, okay? Next time you don't need to look it up anymore. All right, let's go eat, and then we'll go finish the rest of your book. And hopefully we'll do enough to get your badges, or I mean dog tags. This is known as a old Basque whaling port. They would have hunted whales out here. So they found a big whaling ship's remain in the bottom of the harbor here. Oh, cool. This is like a small cross-section of the ship. Reproduction. Would have been a ship like this. Right there. That's the binnacle. That binnacle is that big thing right there. You can look inside. That's the interior. And then this will be like a cross section. Just a small hull section of the boat. How many pages did you have to do?
4, but
4?
you should get 2, 3.
You did an extra one?
Yeah.
Did you do 4 pages too?
Yeah.
Okay. Ready for your dog tag? She should be looking at the whale.
Yeah.
And there's these people like piling fish behind her. She doesn't even care.
Yeah, and the people are just staring at each other, not even looking at the whales.
And it looks like these birds are gonna get her.
Yeah.
Ah! It's like a nightmare. Leaving Red Bay. That was a pretty cool little visitor center. Explorer program. We got to eat. So now we are heading on the dirt road. And let's see. I'm trying to see how the condition of the dirt road is. From what I can tell earlier, it didn't look that bad, but this is the moment of truth. We brought Yoda up here.
Yeah, just on my lap, hiding.
And we have full 5-gallon jerry can full of gas.
You don't want to top
I'm
off?
pretty full. I'm only down like maybe an eighth of a tank. And we're only going 137 kilometers before the last gas station. So, and if we had to make it all the way to Cartwright, it's not that far either. So, we're in good shape. I say we just go for it. Yoda's here. We're about to go on a bumpy road on the dirt, so it's better for Yoda to be up here with us than back there. Yeah, you want to come say hi to everybody?
She's scared.
She's going to find a place to hide right now.
Yeah.
Okay, let her be down there. Alright, this is where we're going.
Can I press go? Okay, can I press go?
Yeah, sure.
Thanks.
Let's find out where we are first and where we're going. So that's Cartwright, Newfoundland, Labrador. And we're currently in the bottom.
Oh, Mama, you almost made Yoda fall.
Run up there and press go.
Okay. Go.
Go! Alright, 337 kilometers. Off we go on the gravel road.
Ready? Oh, yeah. They're getting gas.
Oh, they are? We should just go. You're on wait.
We're going to drive together so we can get gas.
Okay, so I guess I'll get gas too. $1.25, that's not too bad.
No, it's good.
That's cheaper than Newfoundland.
For sure.
$25.67.
Jump on top of your house.
Port Hope Simpson, right? That's where the gas is, yeah. That's the last gas, I think.
Daddy,
Okay, you want me to go first? Okay. Here we go. on the dirt we go. Ended up topping off on gas anyways. Make it a habit, I guess, of just getting gas.
Makes me feel better.
So
Happy wife, happy life.
so they say. Well, 5 minutes down the road, we're turning around already. No, nothing bad's happened. We just forgot that we were supposed to get satellite phones here, and I don't know where to go. And it's not going to be another 2 to 3 hours before our next stop. So we're just going to turn around and go back. Go back to the visitor center maybe,
Yeah.
where we just were, and see if they have satellite phones that we can use. Hi, for the Trans-Labrador highway, we heard that there were satellite phones for loan if we're driving across to the other side.
E&L Enterprise, the grocery store, the gas bar, back the road.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah,
That's who has them?
they usually have them there. If they have any in stock, you can get one there.
Okay, thank you. I think Jason and Angela went there.
Okay. Thank you about it.
So, I don't know if they know, or maybe they're going to ask. This gas station where we just got gas at is where you get the satellite phones from. So if they have any in stock, I guess, yeah, it makes sense that there's only a limited number of them. We're gonna go give it a shot. We're driving the Labrador Highway. Do you have any more satellite phones left?
It's the only one we had there.
Okay. All right, thank you. That was it. So, stick together. Start number 3. First, we turn around because we want to get gas. Second, we started and we didn't have a satellite phone, so we came back for that. This is number 3, and hopefully this one's gonna stick. Didn't burn too much gas. Port Hope Simpson. This is the last gas station before we get to Cartwright. I think we're still gonna get to Cartwright. What time is it right now? It's 4 o'clock. It's possible that we can still get into Cartwright. But let's figure this out at the gas station. When we get gas, we'll talk to Jason and Angela, see how far they want to go. I'll punch it in the GPS and just get an idea about distance. But so far the road's been pretty good.
Yeah.
I mean, we're averaging like 50 miles an hour. Very smooth, like it's gravel, but it's graded compared to the roads that we drove in Alaska.
Yeah,
This is like, this is probably comparable to the Elcan, like the dirt road on the Elcan.
Yeah. Wow, this seems way better.
I mean, we drove the Elcan in a lot of rain, and it hasn't rained too bad yet so far. So, yeah, it potentially could be worse. Got gas. Got some drinks. You guys got sodas? Everybody's good? Port Hope Simpson. I don't know if this is it or not. But I put in Port Hope Simpson, the GPS, and this is the spot that it took me to. So that could mean, looks like there's a little bit more town in front of us. And this road looks kind of semi either paved or chip sealed or something. Yeah. It's a little bit of a town here. If there's no reason to stop, and I don't see there being a reason, we'll just keep moving and get to Cartwright. So we just crossed back into Atlantic time zone, which is a half hour earlier. So right now, where we just were was 5 p.m. and now we just gained a half hour. Now it's 4:30 p.m. We are about 36 kilometers from the turnoff to go to Cartwright. It started to rain. Not raining really hard right now, and we've seen a few cars, and it's kind of bad when you have a big rig going the other way. Right off the bat, we had a big rig just basically blasting down the road going the other way, and we kind of steered a little bit off to the side. I didn't want to go too far, so I don't want to get over to like the big pieces of gravel, because that's when you may get a tire slashed or punctured. And instead we had a nice rock hit us right in the windshield, and now there's a little bit of a chip, not cracked, but I think it's repairable with my little chip sealer thing in the window. 35 kilometers to the turn off to Cartwright, and then another like 95 kilometers to Cartwright, which is a one-way in, one-way out type of situation. However, there is a ferry that we can take from Cartwright to Happy Valley Goose Bay. So depending on how much that costs, we may do that. And then we don't have to come back from Cartwright and drive around the other way. So the plan is to get to Cartwright, which we should be there in the next hour and a half. If the conditions kind of stay like this, it's deteriorated a little bit, but not to the point where we have to slow down significantly yet. We're still averaging about 50 miles an hour. That's where we are right now in relations to everything in Labrador. No, in relations to Newfoundland, that's where we are. We're on our way to Cartwright. We passed the Cartwright Junction and we made a right. The road got bad. I mean, worse. Not bad, but it got worse than it was earlier. For a good like 2-3 hours, the road was actually pretty good. And then it started to rain, and it looked like it had been raining here all along. So there was a lot of puddles and there were a lot of potholes. Like the potholes got worse and worse. And there was one really bad one where I felt like the tire just went in pretty deep and it kind of clunked out. But I don't think anything happened. So we're thinking we're still about 75-80 kilometers from Cartwright. I'm not sure if we're going to make it all the way there, but we will definitely try to find a place to camp between here and there tonight. A little bit windy where we are. Definitely raining. It's not too cold yet, but I suspect it's going to get colder as it gets darker. We're not even halfway through the Trans-Labrador, I don't think. We're maybe like a fifth of the way in. Cartwright, Labrador. We made it all the way to the end of this road that ends at Cartwright. This is the farthest north you can drive with your own car in Labrador. And basically it ends at this like boat dock where the ferry can take you around the inlet to, oh, here's a gas station. Around the inlet to Happy Valley Goose Bay. That's it. This is the end. Gateway Convenience. 56 Point Road. You get gas here. You have to wait till tomorrow. I wonder if we can just even park over there if we wanted to. So Jason thought that he saw a park with a picnic bench and stuff like that back there. So we're gonna go back there and check that out. But we're gonna stay the night here and then decide what to do tomorrow. It's wet and rainy. Not terribly cold, 52 degrees right now. So still pretty tolerable weather. We're in like a city park, community park at Cartwright. Cartwright's a way bigger town than I expected. I mean, it's not big by any means of a big city. It's just bigger than expected. You can see the bay and you can see houses on the edge of the bay. And on the way in here, it's probably more than 1,000 people, it seems. But it is pretty remote. We drove 395 kilometers today. That's about 240 miles. And we stopped at Red Bay. And from Red Bay to here, it was about 330 kilometers. All of it on dirt or gravel. But most of it was pretty decent gravel road. Didn't feel bad at all, except for a couple of sections. But we're now in Cartwright. We're just in here now. We got the Reflectix up. We have had these up for the last few nights to keep the temperature in here. We're cooking in here, which really heats this place up. So we're quite comfortable as long as we don't get too wet with the condensation. So pretty good day driving. I mean, it was mostly driving, and we went to Red Bay. But tomorrow we're going to decide how we're going to leave Cartwright. whether we're going to drive out of here or put on a boat. So, until then.